Good evening. Do you hear me well?
Yes, I think all good.
Let's take 1 more minute for everyone to join. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. I think we can start. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear ladies and gentlemen. We are happy to host this webinar today. And the topic is very hot and has a high demand: how to properly create a knowledge base for AI agents for customer service. So today we will find out more about the knowledge base and the right way to structure the information so that agentic AI understands what is needed for your customer support. Today, my name is Yulia Demchik. I am a co-founder of Intel Swift, AI startup for customer service. And my co-host is Oksana. Oksana is also a co-founder of Intel Swift, and she is a CBDO of our company. Who we are? Intel Swift is omni-channel platform for voice, chat, email, and role-based AI agents. What we have an omni-channel help desk with web widget, WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, Meta, and email channels for conversational AI agents, also with voice AI agents for WebRTC and phone. And also we have the knowledge base for proper method of training of these AI agents. The interesting statistics that 95% of AI agent projects fail. And this is the statistics for 2024, the Gen AI Divide, State of AI in Business. And we know how to be in the 5% of successful cases and would like to share our insights with you today. So what is the reason that AI agents fail, especially for the customer service? The first and the main problem is data, the poor quality of data, the insufficient volume of data, and data fragmentations across different sources and channels where this data is stored. Another big problem is misunderstanding of the task of this AI agent. Some companies just follow the mainstream and they follow the trend that we need AI agents, but first of all, you need to understand which role this agent should take for your company. Another problem for some businesses is inefficient infrastructure. Some companies start to deploy ChatGPT AI agents, and then they feel the hallucinations, they cannot handle the sensitive data, and this AI agent doesn't work for business properly. Another problem is a lack of strategic planning, and some companies just set too high expectations for AI agents. I have a question for everyone who is visiting this webinar today. Did you hear about knowledge base, and do you use it as a self-service while you consult with your companies or buy some products or just buy some software products? What we see that currently customers are not ready to read neither knowledge base nor frequently asked questions. We are in rush. We want to have our problems solved in seconds. So what clients or businesses do, they just run to the touch point they can have with people, with live agents. They call them, or they just want to connect with live chat. Why do end users do that? Because somewhere in the past they were disappointed with chatbots or with frequently asked questions that are not efficient, that they didn't receive their answers. Maybe some of us are lazy and we just want to have our question solved instantly, and that's okay. It's new realities. Who can help with that? AI agent. But first of all, about the knowledge base. So what's the knowledge base for the customer support? Is organized, centralized repository of information that contains answers for frequently asked questions, instructions, and guides for companies' products and services. Why do we need that? We need that for the self-service for the customers, for human support agents, so that they can quickly find necessary information. And that helps to deliver better customer service. But nowadays, knowledge base is not only about the knowledge for self-service. It's also the knowledge for AI agents to quickly access the accurate answers and to deliver them to the end clients and users of your businesses. What are the characteristics of a good knowledge base? First of all, it should be complete. It should contain all the necessary information to resolve common issues, or have to contain all the logic for some scenarios of more difficult issues. It should be relevant and regularly updated. It should be structured. It should be accessible. It should have a high quality without contradictions. And what is very important for today, and we focus on that, it should be ready for machine reading so that AI agent understands properly the context, not just the words behind and the logic of this knowledge base. It also should be flexible. I want to tell you a story when, like more than half a year ago, we had a case with one business that was very happy to start with AI agent journey, but they were in rush. And they used their website as a knowledge base. And they failed. They say, Yulia, AI agent answers the wrong way. I say, stop. That cannot be. Let's check your knowledge base. When we scanned the information on their website, resulted that the information on the website was outdated and it was no longer relevant. So thanks to the AI agent and their testing of the knowledge base, they found out that their clients are misled by the bad information that is presented on the website. So that was a kind of silly moment, but that improved their website and it was fixed. So thanks to the agents, the knowledge base is now up to date. The popular places where the majority of companies store their knowledge base are Confluence, SharePoint, Zendesk, Intercom. And today we would like you to investigate a little bit more about the knowledge base in Intel Swift. Why do you need a good knowledge base? Because it's no longer just a future or the trend. It's really working tool for self-service, for customer support. If you have a good knowledge base, your customers can handle many issues by themselves. They will be happy to see well-structured and informative knowledge that you present them and to do everything by themselves. And the trend is that we are ready to use AI agents as our helpers. Just for myself, I use ChatGPT every day for questions that arise during the daytime, even for the cooking or for the parenting. The first thing I can ask is ChatGPT. No longer looking for 10 websites, but ChatGPT or Gemini, and I have this answer. The same trend is about the customer service. No one wants to scan the whole website pages. The first thing they do, if you have AI agent assistant, they will ask the exact question they want to hear the answer for. So here we are. Oksana will tell us the rules for building a proper knowledge base for your AI agent so that it is efficient and you will be successful among this 5% of successful projects with AI agents. So Oksana, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Yulia, for this intro. I think it's going to be better for me to share the screen, right? So just give me 1 second. All right, do you see my screen?
Yeah.
So
But
here.
can you make it like for the full screen mode?
Sure.
Close to the bottom share. Oh, yeah.
In here.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Wait. What about right now?
Now click one more time.
Got it. And just give me 1 sec. I'm gonna be. I think this one should be good.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's dive in into best practices for creating knowledge base. Either you are creating that from scratch or you want to improve your existing ones. And I kind of divided this information into several blocks. So first thing that I'm gonna talk about and explain is kind of like most must to have or really, really great to have. And another things is going to be just good to have. It doesn't mean that you need to follow every single step in order to create your knowledge base. But there's something that you definitely need to follow these rules in order to create this good quality knowledge base for AI training. And we are talking right now, especially about AI training. So the first step is to define the purpose and scope. And before writing, you definitely need to understand who's going to be your audience. And audience matters because you can create 3 different types of knowledge base. It's customer knowledge base, internal, or hybrid. So customer knowledge base is definitely something that should be really simple, friendly language, minimal jargon, short articles, visual aids like screenshots with arrows, etc. If it is internal knowledge base for your customer support reps, that means that you can use and you need to use some technical details, troubleshooting passes, probably some sensitive information that only your knowledge, your customer support reps should know and your customers shouldn't. And also you might create a hybrid knowledge base, but I never advise to do that. I always advise to create separate knowledge bases for customers and for internal team because it's still different. And with Intel Swift, you can create your knowledge base for customers. This super simple and friendly with visual aids and train your AI agent, and you can create a knowledge base for your support reps and train Swift Copilot for it. So then you have your AI agents for every single goal and they won't intersect. So your data is secured and some information that should be known only internally, never going to be, let's say, leaked to your AI agent that is talking to your customers. Another thing, if you understand that you have right now, let's say 100 plus articles, it's like, oh my God, so much to do, so much to rewrite. I always suggest to start from small steps. Define first, let's say 20 articles, the most important ones, the most common ones. Write them in a good structure and train AI agent and see how it works. If you understand that it works good, so your structure is really right now in a great shape, and then just keep going and do the same job for the rest of your knowledge base step by step. So the next step is structure for clarity. It's really important for AI because AI learns and retrieves better when the knowledge base is well organized. So use clear categories, group articles under logical sections like account, billing, product setup, any others. Follow a consistent layouts, let's say like quick summary, then step-by-step guide, some notes, and then relative articles. And use this rule of thumb as one topic per article whenever you can use this rule of thumb. Uh, Avoid mixing irrelevant content. And here are the examples. So the bad article going to be how to change password and update billing info because it already has two topics. And the good structure, the good article going to be how to change your password because it has one topic. So whenever you can divide it, whenever you can use shorter articles, smaller articles, not a bulky documents with ton of topics inside, it's always better to have this structure and use, let's say, one topic per article. The next step, which is also must have, I would say, the AI-friendly writing. AI understand best when the writing is clear, consistent, and concise. So what I mean by consistency, especially it is applicable to terminology, because always use the same words for the same concept. For example, if you are saying log in, then don't use sign in another article, always use login. When if you use, I don't know, deploy, never use set live, so and vice versa. So then you have this consistent terminology, and for your agent, it's going to be easier to understand and retrieve the information. Avoid jargon unless it is defined and it is really needed. If you must use technical terms, it's better to explain them first. Explain also abbreviations and acronyms in the first mention. What I mean. So for example, if you have some abbreviations, that's a common thing that the same abbreviation can mean different things for different industries. Let's, for example, the abbreviation GA, for me, I understand it as general access. So that's more like a tech abbreviation. But whenever I ask someone from the marketing side, they're saying, oh, GA is a Google Analytics. So, and your AI will don't understand what GA means unless what this abbreviation means in your knowledge base, unless you're gonna describe it at the beginning. So you need to, what you need to do, you need to write the full term, let's say Google Analytics, then write GA in parentheses, and then your AI gonna understand that what GA means if your customer gonna ask using abbreviation. Next thing is to use active voice, avoid passive voice. It's easier for AI to retrieve information, and also rule of thumb, short and direct sentences. Aim for 15-20 words max. And here is also an example of bad sentences. For example, in the event that you encounter login difficulties, please proceed with following steps, blah, 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 blah. So like too many words that you basically don't need to use. And a good one is, if you cannot log in, follow these steps. And 1, 2, 3. It's really important to do that, because if you're gonna write, you don't need to write a poem, right? You need to write super simple, as simple as possible article for your end customers to follow this guide, to follow these steps, even if they are not familiar with your product. with your service. Another and probably last must, in my opinion, it's formatting for AI parsing. And formatting, it's especially is applicable if you are using knowledge, if you are creating knowledge base online in any, let's say, in Intel Swift or any other knowledge-based softwares, as Julia has mentioned before, like Confluence, Zendesk, SharePoint, etc. Why formatting matters? Because AI also read and retrieve it. So always use H1 for titles, H2, H3 for subsections. Use lists, like use bullet points or numbered steps for instructions. It's always easier for AI to retrieve and to understand this kind of context. It's always good to have bold UI elements, kind of like highlighting things, and tables. Tables is kind of tricky one, but tables are good for comparisons, like plan features, etc. But my advice is don't use, or if you need to use, of course, I mean, you will use, but avoid bulky tables whenever it's possible, because AI, I mean, tables are a bit problematic, especially as I'm saying, if they're bulky, if there is hundreds of rows or hundreds of columns. If there's, let's say, a table plan features or plan comparison, and you have, let's say, 4 columns and 15 rows, it's still fine. But if it's a huge one, then your AI definitely will make mistakes while retrieving information, because LLM don't handle raw tables well. They need text, they need structure, as you see it right now, right? The better structure, the better quality of answer of retrieving the information. So the bigger the bigger table is, then there's, let's say, more noise than value, because if you have so many rows and columns, probably there's even outdated information, and that also can harm the quality of answers of AI. The next step, now it's more like good to have, that provide multiple answer styles. So you can always provide a quick answer, and then let's say in one article, right, short 2-3 sentences replying to the question, and then detailed step-by-step guide if needed. Optimize for AI indexing. It also good to have. It's not must have, but good to have. To use keywords in titles. Let's say if I have it here, reset password in a mobile app, it's better than password issues, because you use these keywords in titles, and if your customer is having the problem with the password in a mobile app, it's definitely gonna ask directly this kind of problem, and not, let's say, not in a broader way. Also use synonyms at tags. If user might search subscription, tag it alongside plan. If you have this possibility to use tags, and kind of structure with tagging your knowledge base, and cross-link related articles. If you can do this interlinking between your articles, related articles to this topic, then you use it whenever you can do that. Few more things about creating knowledge base. It's keep content updated, because as you see, as Julia mentioned before, we had this case with customer who actually thought that AI agent is hallucinating and retrieving information not in a correct way, but that was a mistake in their knowledge base. So keep content updated, because sometimes it just, especially when you have a huge knowledge base, right? There was some, I don't know, if you are in software business, new product release, then there's some updating information. AI agent cannot understand that you did this product release, so you need to refresh the knowledge base by yourself. Always test your AI agent, how it's answering, improve it, make iterations. With Intel Swift, we have a great feature as missing data. That means that whenever your end customers ask question that AI agent doesn't know the answer, then you can go and check it in missing data tab and provide the answer to this specific question. So that means that, with some time, your AI agent is gonna become more like smarter and smarter, and will cover more and more questions from your customers. Another thing, that to keep AI and human, let's say, keep human in the loop. And I think that before actually deploying any AI agents, I think any business need to understand that AI cannot handle 100% of queries, and which is totally okay. That's one thing. And another thing, there's still people who just don't want to talk to AI agent. They're skeptical. They, let's say, hate AI agents. They still think that every AI or chatbot is a dummy. So they want to talk straight to the human. So in these cases, if you really want to keep your customer support in the high level, you always need to think how you connect AI and human. You always need to have this workflow ready to work. And let's say with Intel Swift, you can have it. Let's say everything is working already together, and you can. Let's say have this workflow in a matter of seconds. You just need to click a few buttons, and it's going to be already live. And measure effectiveness. So always measure effectiveness of your knowledge base. How you can do that by tracking performance. So let's say AI accuracy rate, number of correct answers, self-service rate, number of queries solved without escalations, article views, if you can track it as well, which articles are more popular, which articles are less popular. So whenever you see that some articles are really popular, just keep your attention and improve that article. They're the most popular ones. And now I covered, let's say, the best practices of creating knowledge base that you need to follow, or you can follow, of course. But there's some, let's say, some rule that when writing, think, if you knew nothing about this topic, could I follow this step without confusion? So basically, when you're writing knowledge base, think that you are writing for, I don't know, for someone who is not familiar with your business at all, for someone who, for like a 10 years old kid who can read it and actually understand what this means and follow the steps. So write as, let's say, as with such simple language as possible. And now I want to talk about something really, really cool, what's going on the industry. And that's about training methods, about chunking. So chunking may sound technical, but it's one of the most important parts of how your AI learns from your data. So what chunking really means, so when you press the Train AI Agent button in Intel Swift or any other platform, your documents get divided into small, meaningful pieces called chunks. And each chunk is converted into a vector and stored in a vector database. So when a user asks a question, the AI doesn't read the whole file. It searches through these chunks to find the most relevant ones and builds on an answer from them. So what does this mean? And this technology called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. So what this means? This means that whenever you train your AI, it's a small article, it's a huge document with, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 topics in one. It doesn't matter, it's a table. It doesn't matter what kind of file you're uploading to your to train your AI agent. It's always going to be divided in chunks and then converted into vectors and stored in vector database. And how it was before? Before, the whole industry was using just one method of chunking called fixed size chunking. And that means that every document gets cut into equal pieces, let's say 500 tokens each, no matter what the content is. It sounds simple, but it has its bad side. And what's actually happening? So sentences and paragraphs get split right in the middle. Context gets lost. Let's imagine that you have your how-to guide where step 3 is in a one chunk and step 4 is in another chunk. So that means that then your AI agent is going to retrieve information, and it might retrieve information not in a good quality. It might miss something because your paragraph was divided, like one paragraph, one topic was divided just in the middle of the paragraph and stored in different chunks. And that's why sometimes, sometimes AI agent can just retrieve information not correctly because it actually loses the context. So what is right now in the industry and how Intel Swift solve this problem? Right now, we give our customers possibility to choose between different chunking methods. We have right now 7 of them, but I want to highlight 2 most important ones. It's topic-based chunking and table-friendly chunking. So let's dive into these 2. So what topic-based chunking means? So instead of cutting by size with this old way, fixed size chunking, topic-based chunking is actually cutting by meaning, which means that AI first analyzes the document structure, headers, paragraphs, and semantic flow, and detects the boundaries between topics. So each chunk covers one complete idea or task. Definitions, steps, and examples stay together, and context flows naturally from one section to another. So let's say, let's talk again. If the old method was dividing one document into 2 or 3 chunks, the same chunks, right now, if you're gonna use topic-based chunking, and there's, let's say, 3 paragraphs for one topic and 2 paragraphs for another, it's going to be cut not in the equal chunks. It's going to be cut like one going to be bigger and another one going to be smaller. So that's how AI will not lose the context. And another really important chunking method is table-friendly chunking. I told before that AI actually cannot read huge and bulky tables. I still recommend to avoid it, but if you cannot do that, if you really need to use this table, this chunking method is a lifesaver for technical and product documentations. So before, tables were treated like plain text, and now with this chunking method, if you're going to train your AI at Intel Swift and pick this specific chunking method, so the AI detects tables and store them as structured mini chunks with headers, row context, and numeric values kept intact. So basically, right now, with this chunking method, AI agent will be able to retrieve that exact cell that it needs to retrieve, because before it wasn't able to do that. It was more like guessing for AI agent, and especially if you are using a huge bulky table, And now with this chunking method, there's let's say your chance of getting a better quality answer is extremely higher. And to sum up the chunking, the old way was fixed chunks and broken context, and now the new approach is different chunking methods based on the documents you upload for AI training. And the most important ones are this topic-aware, topics-based chunks, and table-friendly chunks, which I believe are the most they're gonna be the most common ones for AI training. And at Intel Swift, you don't need to do anything extra. You just need basically do the same flow as you will do with any other software that provides AI agents. But now you need to do one extra step before hitting the button train. You need to choose the chunking method that's gonna suit best for your specific document. Either it's this article, it's a bulky document, or it's a table. Now, Yulia, it's your turn to talk about ROI.
Thank you. Thank you, Oksana, for the great explanation, what to do and what better not to do while creating a database. And now imagine you have a great database, knowledge base, and you will definitely win. Speaking about the example I mentioned at the beginning with the wrong, outdated knowledge base, after the deployment of their AI agent with the web widget, they cut in just the first months, they cut from 1,000 to 1,500 typical requests of this question they had before. So their team was less loaded with their work, with the routine, boring stuff they used to handle, only with the help with AI. So if you do the proper way, AI will always help you to kill the routine, to kill the FAQ. We are sure about that. It's already tested with our clients. So what will be the effect? What we see from our customers and what we see average in the market is approximately 40%, from 30 to 50% less overloaded contact center. It may be voice AI agents or chat AI agents. And AI agent can handle from 70 to 80 of recurring requests. And as Oksana mentioned, it can always be trained for the improvement. So that's also good about the knowledge base in Intel Swift, that you can always train on successful stories. And also the internal effect is that you have AI agent, a copilot for your team, for your human agents. And now they do not need to answer the head of department, the colleague. What should I answer in this case? They always have the copilot, the helper, with them. And that helps to generate the proper way of answering, to give the proper information from the knowledge base, or some different data sets like CRMs and databases, so that the customer support is much more effective, that customers are more satisfied with fast, I would say instant, precise answers to their issues. So do not procrastinate. We would like to, I hope you are already motivated to start building the proper rule-based knowledge base for training AI agents, because that will help you to be more efficient, your customers to be more satisfied and your life fulfilled, not with routine works, but with the valuable, meaningful work for the customer service. So if we have time, so Oksana will take a short demonstration how knowledge base looks in our platform.
Yeah, I will just switch the screen. Wait. Okay, do you see?
Yes.
Okay, so I am showing right now our stage environment. Why? Because I want to show you the chunking methods. And as I said before, it's really something new in the industry. I'm not sure even how many companies actually give possibility to their clients to choose the chunking method. But we do, and I'm proud about our team because we always try to stay ahead of this technology roadmap. And whenever there's new technology, a new thing that's gonna simplify work with AI agents, with knowledge base, everything related right to AI agents, we try and to implement it as fast as possible. So now I want to show you how you can work, how you can create a knowledge base in Intel Swift. It's really pretty simple. You need just go to the right tab, you can create document, and you will see that you have already everything, let's say, pre-done for you. You can choose the format, the number list, right? The task list, whatever you need, everything that should be, let's say, AI friendly for retrieving information. You can do anything with Intel Swift knowledge base. And once you create your knowledge base, you even can generate pictures with AI if you want to. So once you create this document, then you train the next thing is to train your AI agent. And by the way, with Intel Swift, you also can create a public help centers and make them let's say customizable with your brand, etc. So then the next part, whenever you are ready to, you already have your knowledge base, you want to train your AI agent, you just need to follow the simple rules, right? Press new training, and then either upload document or website URL or knowledge hub. Knowledge hub, it's from the inside Intel Swift that I showed you just a few seconds ago. Pick your article or pick more articles, and then the last step is to choose this chunking method. As you can see, we have 7 of them. And we also provide the tips which chunking method is better for what kind of what type of document. So you will always be able to go through these chunking methods and pick the right one for your specific document or your specific documents, and then train it on, and that's it. So basically, it's really pretty simple, and the quality of answers while using the new chunking methods is going to be higher. As you see, it's already trained, and then you can just preview your answers either here or in the sandbox. So everything in Intel Swift is made like super easy for you to start from scratch, let's say, building your knowledge base. Or for example, if you already have your knowledge base in another software, we also give possibility for our clients to sync the knowledge base. As for right now, you can import from Atlassian, from Confluence, but we are adding, let's say, SharePoint, we are adding Zendesk, Intercom, and the most popular ones. based on our customers' needs. And the last thing that is really cool about our knowledge base, that whenever you create a web widget like this, again, you can customize it. You can use it knowledge base not just for public health center or for training your AI agent. You also can use it for some company updates, some info, some problem marketing activities, because you always can add it to your to this home page of your web widget, and it's going to be fully visible. You always can go and check. You see you can your end customer can see the whole document from one point, so they don't need to switch from different tabs, different channels. Everything is in one place, so it's kind of this one stop shop for your end customers. If you're gonna have the web widget, let's say fully customized for your brand, for your company. So I don't want to dig into every single feature that we have. I just wanted to show you how you can work, what you can do with the Intel Swift knowledge base, right? How you can train your AI agent. And I showed you the chunking methods. It's like one extra step that you're gonna take it into a Swift platform that's gonna improve quality of retrieving information for AI agent and formatting this information for your end user. And now I think since we still have time for Q&A, it would be great if you have questions, and we are gonna be happy to answer.
We have one question, Oksana. How do you monitor and improve the quality of content in the knowledge base?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. So right now, we are working on creating, let's say, the logs for a knowledge base. So then you can, whenever you're gonna train your AI agent, it's gonna give you this, let's say, it's gonna measure the quality of content, but it's still in development. It's not in production right now, but that's something that we are working on, how to monitor and improve the quality of content. Also, we are always working on our analytics. In analytics section, you can go and you're gonna have these metrics like how you can track the quality, right, of content. If your AI agent is answering without human escalation, it means that it is answering really correctly, so the user get the answer instantly. So it's also kind of this quality control of your knowledge base, first of all, and AI agent answers. But we also want to implement this, let's say, feature that you're gonna, while you are testing, still in this testing mode, you're gonna have, you will see like generated even like by AI, if it was a good quality or not. Another question I see, what's the ideal format for data import, text, PDF, spreadsheets, or something else? Well, I always suggest to use actually articles, to create articles inside Intel Swift, like to do that, because you're gonna have so many benefits. Because again, you can create if you're creating your knowledge base in Intel Swift for AI training, you can also create simultaneously a public help center. You can embed that help center into web widget, right? And also, whenever AI agent is trained on the knowledge base created in Intel Swift, I forgot to show you this kind of thing. It's gonna show you the source linking, which means that your customer can get the answer from AI agent, and then if she wants to, she can just click on this source, and then it's gonna open you the whole this big, let's say, widget screen with the exact article that you have created, with like this step-by-step guide, screenshots, or even videos embedded, etc. But text, PDF works good if you don't want to create it inside Intel Swift. I would say that PDF works good, Docs works good, spreadsheets, again, it's about tables. If it's not a bulky one, it's also good to go, but then be aware and use different chunking method. This production release, we're planning to do by the end of this month. So let's say starting from November, our users, our customer will be able to choose between these chunking methods. And for spreadsheets, it's definitely this table-friendly chunking. That's the way that you need to choose before training AI. And another question, can AI agent learn from user interactions to improve the knowledge base automatically? Yes, but it's, let's say, half, I would say, let's say half manual. What I mean by manual, I mean that, let's say there was escalation, right? AI agent wasn't able to answer the question. That there was escalation to the human rep. Then the human rep covered the question. And that was a good interaction, right? With questions from end customers, your support rep, and you want to train on this specific conversation, your AI agent, then you just need to press button, train on this conversation. But we don't do this automatically. Why? Because we don't know, we cannot understand if every single conversation is good from your business side. That's why we give possibility for customers to choose on which questions, which conversation, sorry, you want to train your AI agent. So yes, you can use these user interactions to improve the knowledge base. And basically, if you're going to train on that conversation, you don't need to do any, you don't need to update your knowledge base. But okay, but one thing, if, for example, you're going to have controversial context, I mean, in your knowledge base and in that specific conversation, then you need to update, because then you're going to have two different like, let's say if there's controversial information, that's not good. It's because then AI agent will don't understand, like doesn't understand what information is true, which one is false. If the data is deleted, will the agent not respond based on the deleted data? If the data is deleted, let's say you train and then like, whoa, that was some document that I don't want AI agent to train on, you delete, and then AI agent forgets everything because all the database was deleted. I mean, there's no chunks, right? There's no vectors. So you don't need to, it's not an open source, right? We are compliant we are GDPR compliant, SOC 2 ISO, which means that we store securely data of our customers, and there will never be, intersection between, I don't know, a knowledge base of your AI agent, of your business and another business, or it's never going to be leaked to open source. And also, yes, if you're going to delete the specific information, some article, whatever article it is, AI forgets it right away. Does a well-structured knowledge base improve AI response time significantly? That's a great question. I believe that it's hard to answer to this question because you need to try it first and to understand how well-structured knowledge base is gonna improve AI agent response for your business, because every business is different. But I believe that it's gonna improve because the quality answer is going to be better. which means that fewer escalations to human reps. So then the response time is also higher, because then if it's human escalation, you need to track that response time. You need to maybe AI agent, I mean, not AI agent, the live rep cannot jump into conversation right away. So then there's this time to wait, and yeah, so response time definitely gonna decrease with human escalation. But well-structured knowledge base gonna help you to, let's say, to avoid human escalation, right? It's gonna help you. So more and more questions gonna be covered and resolved by AI itself. And AI, the time for AI response is just a few seconds. How do we calculate ROI for AI knowledge base implementation? Well, that's also a great question. I love these questions. I think, Yulia, it's more your type of question to answer.
That's a great question as well. First of all, how do we calculate ROI? We calculate the amount of typical questions that before the deployment of AI, how much of them were escalated to human agents. Then we calculate after deployment of AI agents and their like training and improving their training, improving knowledge base. We see the difference like in the short period of time. Like that's mainly it's 1 month when you can see the difference before and after. We see the amount of how this amount is decreasing of the escalations, Oksana, as Oksana told. Another thing is that you can also track the customer satisfaction. When you give the precise answer for the question instantly, and then you collect the CSAT or NPS of these clients, you will see the difference as well. So while in calculating even calculating your investments of your personal time for building a proper knowledge base, you will feel this ROI for your personal time, and that will definitely be less escalations, economy of time. And if you have a large contact center, like large or medium size, for example, for with 10 people, you will see the less workload overloaded agents, human agents, especially during the peak hours. So that will be your customer support will be more efficient. And sometimes we see that even double efficiency with deployment of AI agent as a first line, and also AI agent that they take actions, and AI agents that are used as co-pilots for real people.
Another question is, can a knowledge base help improve customer satisfaction or retention? I would say yes, absolutely. And I will say that even me as a customer of another software solution, when I have this flow that, let's say, when I am a new user, right, I have a ton of question about this software, where to, how to, and if I have this widget with AI agent, with knowledge base right here in front of my face, it helps me, it helps with my retention, with my customer satisfaction, right? So then I get these answers right away, and I don't need to go to the even public help center, right, and look through all the knowledge base articles. I get the exact article that I need, and I get this AI agent answer right away. So it definitely helps to improve satisfaction or even a retention. Because even when good support can, let's say, if you have a good support, even if there's some problems. I don't know if it's software, some bugs, or if it's product, I don't know, something happened. If you have a good support, you still can win this customer.
This is a good question. How do you schedule periodic audits to ensure the knowledge base remains accurate? Yes, I see that more and more work publications, new jobs arise, and there are titles work. The trainer for AI agents. Oh, I cannot remember the right wording for that, but in companies that have like 20, at least 20, 10, 20 people work in customer support, they already have a person that is responsible for the knowledge base updates, yeah. And some we are speaking not only about the static data about knowledge base. There's also the integrations with CRM systems and different data sets where AI agents just go to these points that where this information is updated every half an hour or every day, is centralized, and there are people responsible for doing that. And after that, just take this information and put it in Word. So there are some parts of information that should not be revised, but for example, in our case, in the case of software companies, you have new release, you should update and make an audit for your knowledge base, because even just small button that changed, you should revise almost 90% of your knowledge base and improve it, just scan through. So if you have some new product, new feature, you will definitely need to pay attention to the knowledge base. If you add a payment method, you should train your agent on new realities. And that's maybe not everyday work, but this is the routine that is normal for support teams with real people. If you have live agents, you need to train them on new realities. The same is about AI agents. You need to pay attention for the real information that is actual.
The next question is, how do we handle information that changes daily, like pricing or product availability? That's a great question. And the answer is by AI actions. So what does this mean? That knowledge base like this is more about static information, is that it's not changing daily. But if you have information that is changing daily and you want to train, it's not even train, but retrieve this information for AI agent whenever it's needed, you need to create a custom AI action. And not every software that provides AI agent give you possibility to make these AI actions, but we do with Intel Swift, and that is by custom specific webhook AI actions. So then if you need to retrieve information, you are creating this AI action, right? You creating this webhook, and then your AI agent will be able to retrieve this information, which is changing, let's say, every day. And it will be able to retrieve information that is fresh from that specific day or time. So you don't need to, you don't need to upload every single day a new doc to your knowledge base. With dynamic data, there's different approach, and actually we want to host another webinar about AI actions and to talk about that in more detail, because it's also very great information and really useful, because with AI actions, with possibility to retrieve this dynamic data, you can cover with AI agents, you can cover not just level 1 of support, the first level of support, but the second two, the level 2 of support as well. So stay tuned to our announcements because we are preparing a next webinar and we want to talk about the, let's say, I would say, new generation of conversational AI agents, smarter, that not just answering the question, but also taking actions. And we're gonna cover this in that webinar. All right, I see that we already are more than 1 hour. So thank you everyone for the great questions. I love them. Thank you everyone for listening, attending. We hope that it was really useful, and we also gonna share with you a checklist of best practices, everything that I was talking today. We're gonna share a doc with you, so you're gonna have it, let's say, a handy checklist for you whenever you're gonna create your knowledge base or improve the existing one. And one life hack, I would say that if you want to check if your knowledge base, let's say one article or another article is right, like is good structured, you can just go to LLM like ChatGPT, Gemini, or whatever you prefer, and ask to make an audit. And your an LLM is smart enough to give you a feedback if your article is structured good for LLM or not good. Also, in this checklist that we're gonna share with you, I already included a prompt that's gonna help you with to check how your knowledge base is written.
It looks like we covered all the questions. I hope it was helpful. I'm sure it was helpful. And we would be happy if you're ready to create a proper knowledge base, if you are ready to deploy AI agents for your customer service to boost efficiency, to improve the customer satisfaction. We are happy to help you with this agentic AI journey. So stay tuned to Intel Swift. Follow us in LinkedIn, YouTube, or Instagram. We would appreciate that, and put us hearts. We also love that as well. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Oksana, for the great presentation and the structure with details and logic. And for our visitors today, good luck with the implementation. I'm sure you will be in this top 5% of successful AI agent deployment. Good day, good evening, and good night for attendees.
Okay, stay tuned. Bye bye.
Bye.